We are the Crystal Gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. That's why the people of this world believe in garnet, amethyst, and pearl, and Steven.
Steven Universe is my favorite television show currently airing. And whenever I tell people about how good the show is, I always forget to highlight the music. Today, I am fixing that by talking about some of my favorite songs in Steven Universe so far. If you haven't watched the show, there will be major spoilers throughout this entire video, so you have been warned. I think that's all I need to say before we get things started, so let's get started. The Jam Song, from Sworn to the Sword. Starting off the video with a fun, sweet song. Many of the songs in Steven Universe have a lot of emotional weight to them, which is the whole reason for having a video of my favorite songs. But sometimes it's nice to have a cute, lighthearted tune. It's just two buds having a literal jam sesh, and who wouldn't love that? It's charming, it's catchy, and shows how well Steven and Connie work together. I can't think of a better way to start the video. Here Comes a Thought, from Mindful Education. As a song, Here Comes a Thought isn't actually one of my favorites. Even though it has a nice beat, and Estelle and AJ Mashaka have wonderful voices, I think it's a little too long, and I really don't get into it. So why is it in the video? Well, it builds to one of my favorite scenes in the series so far. In the song, Garnet shows Steven and Connie how to handle their insecurities, their troubles, these thoughts that constantly bother them, showing you that you can't keep everything bottled up or you might lose yourself. When Steven is reminded about all the people he couldn't save, it's only through this teaching that he and Connie can confront the problem, which is to express his fears. Only then can he and Connie begin to develop and heal. I don't think it's the best song in the show, but it's an important one, and I'd be foolish not to include it. Strong in the Real Way, from Coach Steven. So this was the first song I recognized in Steven Universe. Not in a way where, oh, I've heard this before, but in a more musical sense. Let me explain. We had songs like Cookie Cat and Giant Woman, which were fine, but this was the one to have such a huge impact on the show, and actually directly on me. In this song, we see a different side of Pearl. Before, she was the dainty, smart Crystal Gem. Now, funny enough, we see a human side of her, one with ambition and envy. It's extremely wonderful to see this aspect carried throughout the series, and Strong in the Real Way sets a bar for future songs to have a greater level of emotional impact to them. Strong in the Real Way showed that with Steven Universe, a ton of character development will be done with song, and that they'd only keep getting better. It's a catchy song and a welcome display of where the show will go. Do It For Her, from Sworn to the Sword. Oh look, another Pearl song. With Strong in the Real Way, we got to see Pearl's desire to influence, and it showed that power isn't always about brute strength. With Do It For Her, we get to see Pearl's determination and how she became to be the accomplished fighter she is, but it comes at a price. Once again, Pearl is a multi-layered character. Yes, she has incredible strength and will, but she has this self-deprecating attitude, making herself think she is worthless and that the most important person, whether it's Rose or Steven, is the only thing that matters, which is unhealthy, and we see the consequences in that between Connie and how Steven reacts to that. In a sense, it's a spiritual sequel to Strong in the Real Way, with kind of questioning what is true strength. Strength and love is always a huge theme in Steven Universe, which we will see with the next song. Stronger Than You. Jailbreak. Probably the coolest reveal in the show so far, and honestly one of the best songs. Stronger Than You is great for many reasons, but I love how empowering it is. Even though Garnet was just defeated by Jasper, I mean, she was poof and split up and her fusion was messed up, she is ready to go back in and have a rematch. All of this is because she knows that no matter how bad things will get, there is someone who loves her and will always be by her side. The Gems always have Garnet's back, but it's because of Ruby and Sapphire's love that she will always exist. True strength comes only through love. In turn, this is Garnet's reason to fight. She's not just fighting for other people's freedom, which is a huge part of her character, but she's fighting for her own as well. On Homeworld, Garnet can't exist and can't be accepted, but on Earth, she can. And with Steven and the gems, she can be herself. So you better believe she's going to give it all she's got and will never let Jasper stop her. It's a fun, empowering, emotional song, and it's a highlight and an example of how good this show can be. Finally, let's close the list with one of my favorite episodes, Mr. Greg, and my favorite Steven Universe song, It's Over, Isn't It? The strongest part of Steven Universe is how well the show can display emotion within relatable settings. I love the show so much because the characters feel authentic and vulnerable. With this song, we get someone who is struggling to get over this lifelong obsession with a lost love. Pearl knew. She just knew she could not win Rose's love, but she never knew how to express it. After holding back all of these emotions, it's finally let out in this Broadway-style event. It's sad, it's beautiful, it's wonderful to see how far this show has come in terms of animation and with character development. This whole episode is a payoff for Pearl's story, and this song is the highlight of that. We've got to see her at her high points, at her low points, and finally at a point of change. I really just love this song, and I love that she does change, and she finally lets go of the past and looks towards the future. I don't care who you are or where you've been, everyone has lost someone they loved and struggled with moving on. This is my favorite song because I've been there. We all have. The show has this unique musical feel that is shown within every character. Whether it's the core cast, the supporting cast, the reoccurring characters, everyone has a unique voice with which they can use to express their emotions or personality. No one is diminished or falls silent or falls in the background. Everyone gets a chance to speak what is on their mind. Very few shows do this, and very few shows do it as well as Steven Universe's does.